Hello everyone, myself Priya Shakti, data facilitator at Digital Regenesis for Data Science and AI. Today I'm going to have a session on Master AI and Machine Learning in 2026 Project Skills and Career Path. So today's session is not a technical one. It's about understanding what AI and machine learning is in simple and practical language. Okay. More importantly, how you can build your career in this space. So before I begin with the webinar, here I would like to give a short introduction about myself. As I said, myself Priya Shetty. I have over 13 plus, about 13 years of experience, and currently I am working with Digital Regenesis as a data science lecturer. My main core focus technologies are data science, Python, Power BI, Java, and AI. So while teaching, my most focus is on to people because data science is something where people with non-programming background also try to learn. So trying to always make sure that I turn complex concepts into a more practical and easy to understand form. I have worked with students, teachers, working professionals, doctors, and non-technical learners who are finding to build their career in AI. So one thing is I can confidently say is that AI is not only for programmers because this is what I have experienced throughout my career. So it's for problem solvers, thinkers, and curious mind. So apart from this, let's learn what all other things are which will help you to be an AI professional. So the agenda for this webinar is focused on to understand what AI and machine learning really mean. We'll try to understand real life applications that are used in that are implemented in using AI and ML. What is the career path? What are the skills that are actually employers looking for? And how you as a beginner can start your journey for AI. So in short, I would say you will get a clarity about how to start for AI. So now the question comes, why do we learn AI and why ML? Still in these like from past 10 years we are always listening to these words like AI, ML, Python, um, data science, right? Now why is the requirement? Why everyone is talking about these words? Let me ask you a question. How many of you use Google Maps, YouTube, or WhatsApp every day? Every day. How many of you are using Google Maps, YouTube, or WhatsApp every day? The answer would be yes, because everyone is using. Thanks for your answers. Yes, yes. Many of you are using this technology is something which is used by everyone. People who are professionals, people who are not professionals, everyone, every sector. Even a child is using WhatsApp, YouTube, and Google Maps. I mean, school going children, school going, college going students, right? And so all of them, all these technologies are actually powered by AI. In 2026, AI is no is this is a trend that is going around in the market, which says that AI is not optional. It is something that every person who is from who want to build his profession in the current era, he has to learn about AI. He has to develop his skill related to AI. So In 2026, you can follow a mantra which says AI is no longer optional. All the companies are moving from automation to intelligence. See, there was an era when people moved from paper writing work to automation. Everything which where people came across with writing and storing the stuff in a hard copy file, that is using file registers to store the data. Okay, then came up with the approach of automation, where forms or many things were filled up online. Okay, where many softwares were used to store the data. Now the soft automation softwares that we are using are not just blindly taking up the data. It is working intelligently. That is the difference. We are still using machine. We are using the machine, but the working mechanism of that machine has changed slightly. So it is just not any kind of a simple application which will act according to what it was designed. It will day by day learn. It will apply its own intelligence. That is what AI is. Okay. So earlier machines, as I said, earlier machine followed only rules. Okay. Now machines will learn, adapt, and improve. Okay. So it's like in early days, we did had robots. Okay. In early days also, robot is not something which has just came up. Robots are something which have been from my childhood. I'm listening, or I have read about robots. Okay, so robot is which is existing from past 30, more than 30, 40 years back. Those the style on which robots were, they were only working according to the commands that were passed to it. Okay, but nowadays if you see robots, there are many kind of robots available. It will be hard to understand whether it's a human or a robot. That's what the difference has come up to. Why? Because that robot will completely act like a human. It is learning, it is adapting, and it improves its mistakes. It is not just following the rules. It is learning the way human learns. Okay, we do not learn everything at first day, right? And then we start doing the things. No, it's every day is our learning experience. Every day is our improvements, right? That is what followed in AI as well. So earlier, if speed was um, less than 80 or greater than 80, fine. Okay, its issue will be fine. Now, if AI, nowadays, what happens? AI will predict whether there will be a risk or not, whether there will be a risk based on speed, whether there will be a risk on traffic, weather, or driver's behavior. This is being predicted beforehand. That is what AI is. Okay, that's why we say AI skilled professional is growing exponentially. I always say this. There's one more tagline which is booming currently. AI will replace human. So it's not that. Look, when computer came into this world, even at that time there was a statement which always feared gave a fear to human working skills, or they were afraid of losing jobs. Even at that time, people were in the thought process that computer will replace human. Look, no machine can replace human, but yes, a human who has AI skill within him can replace you. So the thing is, you have to learn the AI and ML skill so that you can have a future proof career. So earlier, the way people started learning computers and represented themselves in the market, similarly, now we are supposed to learn AI and ML based skills so that we have a better future tomorrow. That is what artificial intelligence talks about. Now, what exactly artificial intelligence is? As we know, artificial intelligence, in simple term, it says that it's a machine. Artificial intelligence is nothing uh, n- uh, some additional thing that we have to learn. It's a machine which has the capability of thinking, learning, deciding, and it will improve over time. Sorry. We as I said, how many of you use YouTube, WhatsApp, Google Maps, Google? These are many applications which we daily use. All these applications are AI applications. Okay. Now, what is there inside it which says that it is an AI powered applications? Nowadays, you might have seen we have got a habit of watching reels, short videos, right? Now, there is a thing which goes, if you have observed, uh, let's say in the morning, I wake up and I search for, I check for a recipe to make. I check for a breakfast. What is the best breakfast that I can have in 15 minutes or something? Uh, Google will list out me those result and I will have a view and my job is done. Okay. After half an hour or 2 hour, I come back and get my mobile and I start watching my YouTube. Okay. What I see is I am continuously getting results related to quite some recipe videos, 50 instance recipe for breakfast or something similar to this. So why this happened? Because I just searched for it earlier 2 hours before. I have searched for this data. So what AI powered YouTube did is it checked my data, what I was searching for. Okay, she is in need of these kind of data. Okay, why not I provide her with that? I will help her to get more details about it. So now in my feed, my YouTube homepage, it is all filled up with all those videos. Okay. Google Map. I have to reach somewhere and I put up the destination and I start my car. Now, while moving, Google Map will suggest, it will not just suggest me one route. What it will do, it will try to help me with the fastest route. It suggests me. It is not just showing me the path. Okay, just it's not just like a geographical static map, which will show me the display a line to show that from here you will need to reach here. No, whenever I by mistake if I take a left turn, Google Map automatically locates the next route from that particular location so that I can reach my destination. Okay, it alerts me that in 10 minutes I will be reaching. It's 5 meter away or something. So this is how AI is helping me. Face unlock on your phones that we have, right? So your phone is recognizing only you so that you can secure your phone usage. chat Chatbots nowadays, every website, bank systems, many application, instead of directly making the user wait for their customer service to reply for simple basic understanding of the issue, what they do is they use chatbots so that the customer for basic queries, for basic helpline, they can they can be helped through that chatbots. Now those chatbots reply to your question. That is what AI is powered with. Okay, so this is how AI works in silent in every application that we work. Okay, so you can say every application nowadays has an AI in the background which is working silently. This is AI. Now, what is machine learning? See, as I said, when I went and I checked for a recipe, the very next moment, YouTube started to show me most of the videos related to breakfast recipe, instance recipe. Okay. Now, how come this happened? That is where machine learning helps me to do the thing. Okay. Machine learning is where you're teaching your machine to make the decision. Okay. Machine learning, there you provide machine with the training which is required. Okay. It's like if I want to learn, um, if I want to learn something, I need to first get trained myself for that, right? So before my AI application is ready to be used by the people, by the end user, I need to first give it a proper training. And that training process happens within machine learning. So by the name itself, we can understand machine learning. So here your machine is learning by training and testing that how that data, um, how the prediction will happen. So what in machine learning, what we do is we create different models. For a particular problem to be solved, we use different model and cross check whether which model gives me a proper prediction, and accordingly the next stage is uh, understood. So here what we do, how this learning process happens. Now for learning, we need what? Data. So machine learning, what we do is during machine learning, we create models. These models are nothing but different algorithms. There are lot of algorithms available for different learning techniques for machine. So based on the data that we are working on, based on the problem domain that we have, we may pick some of the algorithm, and whichever algorithm give you a fine product or fine prediction, you will go ahead with that particular algorithm. That is what we do in machine learning. Now, this machine learning will perform the learning technique using a data. What kind of data? Now, as I said, my preference is checked. YouTube. While YouTube, what it does is it will check each and every activity that I do on my system. What kind of data I search for, what kind of product I'm searching for. So this for that YouTube, this is the data. User activity is the data, right? So machine learning will take all those data, apply the required rules on it. It will learn the process that what my user prefer. Like even Netflix is an example. We all watch Netflix application. We have all watched Netflix application, right? How it works. It has a best recommendation system. So whatever movie you were watching yesterday, it will pop that uh you started with this or something like this. It displays you, right? It resumes from where you have left. It will display you similar type of movies or shows which you like the most. If there is a movie that you are watching nowadays, we have got the season kind of approach, right? So let's say a movie, if you might have watched 1 year prior, you have watched a movie which sorry, a series which had which was season 1. When the second season is launched, Netflix will automatically give you the reminder for it, that it is this on this so and date season 2 will be uh played or what released. Okay. So this is what it will learn from your data. It will learn what are the things that you like, how much time you spent on a particular video. According to that also it will suggest you movies. If it sees that you do not spend 30 minutes, more than 30 minutes, it will majorly show you short movies or something which are under that duration. So this is how machine learning does the job. It will try to read your pattern. It will try to read the pattern how user user activity is, or the previous year's data is, and accordingly it will work with the new data. Okay, here they have given some example like spam and not spam, loan approval, disease prediction. So there are many AI applications which helps a doctor to identify whether a person is undergoing a particular disease or not. Now, how that happens? Because that model has been trained with different patient data, and accordingly now the model is ready to predict with a new patient's data whether that patient is having diabetic or not, whether he is suffering from cancer or not. Like these kind of applications are built. Loan approval based on previous track records of the loan applicants. If a new person shares his detail for loan eligibility, based on the previous records, the machine will be verifying whether this user is eligible for loan or not. So past history data has been observed. So this is what happens in machine learning. These are the three important topics that are under this current era of AI, that is AI, which is nothing but the system, intelligent system that is doing the job. ML, learning from data, the model, which help us to make predictions. Data science. Now, these predictions are made on data, right? To make your machine learn, you need data, right? Machine learns from the data. Now, from where the data comes? The data comes from different sources with different format. So data science is the role where you will clean your data so that your machine learning model will learn from the clean data. Okay, because that's very important. If you're teaching someone, if you're getting information from the wrong place, you will never end up with good, right? You will be not able to make correct decisions. But if you have got the correct information, you will always end up making good decisions. And that's how data science works. So to make your model make correct predictions, you need to provide it with correct data. And that's what data science do. Data science help us to clean the data, correct the data if there is any misinformation in it. That is what we do in data science. Within data science, within machine learning, we have got three sectors, which has so which has three different algorithms: supervised learning, unsupervised learning, and reinforcement learning. Supervised learning is kind of a model which is spoon feeded, you can say. Everything is provided to the model. Even the expected data during the training is provided, that if that means you're training the model that 2 plus 2 is 4. Okay. 3 plus 1 is 4. You have trained the model. Okay. Now you will send him the data like uh, 1 plus 1 plus 3. So now this is also 4 will be predicted by supervised learning. During training, you have given him the idea, given him the training, you have trained the model with all the inputs and the output. Okay. So that is what supervised learning talks about. Unsupervised learning is where you are not sure about the prediction, okay, or the output. All the data are provided. Now, under unsupervised learning, what happens? We try to find the pattern. For example, you have given a customer's information to an unsupervised learning algorithm. So now what this algorithm will do, it will try to find a pattern among the customers. Pattern in the sense, there are few customers who are not that active. They are once in a while users. Okay, once they will visit or something like that. There is a pattern who are uh, monthly people who prefer buying products monthly. There are some customers who are buying daily or weekly. So now here, unsupervised learning is helping me to find the pattern among the customer, that how the interaction of the customers are. Is the huge number of customers buying the products monthly or daily, or there is a huge number of people who are not at all interactive? For example, 100 people. Among 100 people, I find that what the pattern I find is there are 20 people who are not a regular visitors, but they are uh, uh, they are they are the people who visit, but not regularly. uh, 6 months once in a 6 month or something like that. uh 20 group of people are there who are monthly visitors, 40 people. Now remaining 60%, within that 60 people, 30% people are daily users. These are daily people who come visit the shop daily, and 30 are random people, okay, who have maybe not came to the shop, who are coming maybe after 2 years or 3 years or something, or who is a new customer. They don't come under any of these category. They are the random customers. So this kind of observation is done by unsupervised learning. Then we follow. Then the model is training himself that how to identify if the customer is monthly customer. Okay, how to identify with how the customer is a new user, new customer. So this is understood, this kind of pattern understanding is done in unsupervised learning. Depending on your requirement, depending on the data that we are working, we choose whether to go with supervised learning or unsupervised learning. Reinforcement learning is kind of a which works which train the machine during the execution process itself. Reinforcement learning best example is self-driving cars, gaming application where you shoot the people, right? So if you go wrong way and shoot, not able to shoot, or some wrong button is clicked, there's a penalty, and based on that penalty, the machine is upgrading itself. Okay, the self-driving car, if it will reward itself if it performs the good way, if it follows the correct path, it will penalize itself, and that particular act will not repeat uh, if it chooses the wrong path to go, which is actually mentioned as not to drive there. So this is what reinforcement learning is, where machines are rewarding for its good action, and penalty is being charged within the machine itself if it does not follow the rules. Okay, so this is what the three different techniques that we have within machine learning. These are the algorithms. Different, these are not algorithm, the concept followed by algorithm. So we have supervised learning, unsupervised learning, and reinforcement learning. Where these AI is used, as I said earlier, AI is something which is used everywhere in current era. It is personally and professionally used everywhere. Healthcare industry, finance industry, marketing, education, HR, all are using AI. Health for predicting the disease. Okay. Even not only predicting disease, whether a particular vaccine will be effective to the person or not, whether should be launched, based on that result, the companies do decide whether to launch the particular drug or not, how effective it will be. These all things are done using AI systems in healthcare industries. Uh, finance. Finance to check whether the transaction made through a card was was a verified transaction or a fraud transaction. Uh, to check whether a person is eligible for a loan or not, how much amount to be sanctioned for that person. So these all comes under finance. Marketing, people are targeting the focus targeting, like not I will be teaching each and everything to all type of customer. Based on my customer, I will target that kind of marketing strategy for that person, because not everyone will like the same thing, right? Different choice. Every person has a different choice. So here AI is helping me to understand my customer and help me market according to their need and choices. Education. Not everyone's capability of learning or the time consideration is very effective when it comes to education in professionalism or in everywhere. So nowadays we have got different kind of portals, different kinds of websites where the system will provide give you a personalized learning experience, in the sense like it will suggest you the kind of courses you should do, the kind of the duration you should spend on particular task to complete. So this gives you a personal learning experience. Or else there are many websites which help you to um like it sets you a deadline. One example is IBM. IBM certification. If you log in over there, okay, if you log in and buy any of their certification, okay, so how it happens is it asks you which date you want to give your exam, okay, certification exam. So let's say you marked it for Feb 28. Okay, now you have given your date. So now you have almost, let's say you have 40 days in your hands for that exam to come. So accordingly, it will show you the number of videos it has and how much time you should spend on each video and which day you should watch that particular video. Let's say first day you started, you are following the plan accurately. Okay, it will keep marking it that you day one is completed successfully, day two is completed successfully, or third day you failed for some reason. Okay, the next time when you go and log in over there, it will highlight you. It will highlight that you have not completed your day line. You must complete it because your exam is on this day. Okay, now again you missed the third day, you missed fourth day, you missed fifth day. Now it will pop you that you won't be able to complete because you have lost almost 4 to 5 days. So we won't be able to manage. You won't be able to manage and clear your exam. So better you switch your dates. It will pop you this thing that switch the dates, change the dates or something, or increase the number of hours you're spending for the video learning activity. So this is the suggestion provided by the system itself. So here, not a person is your teachers. It acts like a teacher, right? Who is making sure that the student is attending, he is completing his assignments. Okay, so instead of the a live person, here the machine is tracking the things. Okay, so this is how in personalized learning experience AI plays the role. HR resume screening. Nowadays we share the resume, right? Sorry, we upload the resumes on company's website. So here, instead of the HR person reading the resume one at a time for every resume that they have received, the application itself will suggest which, according to the job profile, it will suggest which candidate needs to be called, who has passed the screening test. So the application where we are uploading where the resume is helping the HR team to call the required candidate. So this is how AI is used in HRs. Opportunities that we have in like as a if you want to build your career in AI and ML. So these are the roles that we can go ahead for: data analyst, data scientist, ML engineer, AI engineer, and BI analyst. Or what are the things that we need to learn? Obviously, machine understands programming language. Okay, one and two. So machine understands one and two, but here we are learning AI and ML. So AI and ML understands Python. There are other programming languages also, which using which we can build these all programs. But Python is the most used and preferred language in current era for ML and data science and AI. So solid understanding of Python will help you out to start with your career in AI and ML. You need to learn the technique to handle your data. Obviously, Python helps you to do that. Using Python, you learn the technique of cleaning your data. But not only Python, we have other tools also using which you can learn the technique. That is the most known one is Excel. You need to know some strict tricks to learn to clean the data using Excel. You need to have basic understanding of database also. You're not only here to write the program and display the execution. Okay, see, data scientists, ML engineers are people who are problem solver. So you will be able to solve the problem only if you are able to analyze what the problem is. You are able to justify your answers. So you need to explain the analysis that you have done. You should have the ability to explain those analysis. You obviously learn the to create the models, you need to learn ML basic techniques, that is classification, regression, clustering models. Uh, Once you are done with basic learning technique, programming is like mathematics. You just can't mug up the formulas. You need to learn the technique of implementing them. Till the time you do not solve problems, okay, you will never learn mathematics. Similarly, it goes for programming. You need to prove yourself with at least 3 to 5 real projects by applying all the techniques that you have learned. Basic Python technique, creating models, okay, and handling your data. That shows that yes, you know the technique of cleaning the data, creating the models, and analyzing the output. So that's why 3 to 4 real projects are required. So how you should start, as I said, you should first start with learning Python and basic Excel. You need to understand statistics to visualize the data, to understand what your data is about, and analyzation technique you should learn. As I said, build your project, at least 3 to 4 projects. Create a GitHub portfolio so that you can present your work to the people where you're applying for. You can also try with some famous websites like Kaggle, where you can participate in the competitions for creating models and all. Not if you're not don't want to participate, at least you can view others' work. This will increase your experience. Project employees, like what kind of project you should work with. Obviously, during the sessions, you will get an idea what kind of project, but just here, I'm trying to make you familiar with these terms like sales trend analysis, customer segmentation. These are very popular. If you will go and search for these kind of projects, you will get different kind of application. On different kind of application, we have implemented these projects: sales trend analysis, customer segmentation, churn prediction model, house price predictions, credit risk classification. So, when you start your journey, start from the beginner's project, then increase your pace. Okay. So this is what your portfolio that you create is nothing but your GitHub link, where you have uploaded your 3 to 4 projects with clear explanation. If you know dashboard, you can create dashboards. This is just a basic idea, not a true picture, but just basic idea giving you a basic idea about the salary packages. This is the session module that we provide in Regenesis, where we have different 3 levels. Introductory AI program is the first, where you start learning programming. You need to write your programs, right? So to write the program, we are learning Python, which starts from a very basic pattern. The non-programmers who are coming for the first time to learn programming, this is where you need to start. Okay, obviously those who are programmers, if learning programming Python for the first time, this is the place where you start with Python programming, where total 8 sessions. Within this 8 session, you will learn how to write a program using Python. Applied Python tells you the tricks, the different library packages, which helps you to read the data. In second section, that is intermediary AI program, there are again two different modules. One module will completely teach you about how to write models with regression. Okay. And second is where you will learn creating models with classification clustering techniques. The last is where you will learn deep learning and neural architecture, language, natural language processing, and computer vision, how the image detection happens, how face detection happens, how we can remove a particular object, or how computer is able to detect the fingerprints. All these technologies you will get to know in your advanced level. So these are the modules. These are the things that are learned under this section. So during advance, you learn the recognition technique, how a machine is able to detect whether the person, the biometric system, where if you enter a company, you need to give your attendance through face recognition. So how that machine is able to recognize it's you. So this is what you will learn in the last advanced section. There are some self-paced learning modules as well, which are provided with some recordings, and you need to view those record and learn the technology. Every assessment, every module has an assessment. After completing all the modules, you have to give a assessment. During the session itself, we will be provided with some practical assessment as well, so that the practice is important. So without practicing, coding, programming is nothing. So we make sure that the practical part, you guys are involved with practical part. These are our academic heads who will be involved in training you guys. So this is our official website where you can get more details about the course, different courses, and the subjects, the module. What are the more details about the overall? What more details about the course? You can visit this website. I hope you enjoyed the session. Now here, last 5 minutes, I will be answering your question. Any doubts, anything you can put up in the chat box. Yes, AI can also be applied in civil engineering. No place is there where AI can be used. Any doubts, anything that you want to ask about data science, about AI, about machine learning, you guys can put up over here. We'll wait for 5 minutes and then there's nothing some specific prerequisite for learning AI and ML. Any professional can start learning. No, there's no need of learning the basics. You can start without, like, there's no, the prerequisite doesn't say that you need to be from programming background. That's what. Because when we start with Python programming, we start from A. So you will get to know how to write the Python program from the first day session itself. Mm. Yes, AI can be used in climate detections and weather predictions and game result prediction. Someone had asked humanitarian how helpful it is in humanitarian work or how can it be applied. It is helping currently. So, if predictions to be uh, saving lives, like I said, detecting a disease, it's a humanitarian help, right? Deciding where affected areas, identifying the most affected regions, and providing them with food and rescue team. Okay, when disasters happen, like flood, earthquake, and all. Even it helps us to detect whether whether any natural disaster is going to happen. I think we are good to wind up over here. Thank you everyone for joining. I hope I was able to explain you about AI and ML. This is kind of a field which is used everywhere. I see someone have all for so see health. It is helping. This is helping the doctors to detect a particular user, a patient's disease. Even it helps to how to cure that patient. Okay, even it gives and gives information about those predictions. Uh, uh, to help the doctor to give different improvement therapies to different patients. So this is how it helps over there. The agriculture, someone has asked about agriculture. There's a concept called as smart farming, growing more with less, where farmers released on experience, guesswork, weather assumption. So here AI system helps with soil quality, rainfall history, temperature, crop health. So this is how it helps which type of fertilizer to use. Like so weather prediction. Now weather prediction plays a very good role during agriculture. So this is how it helps in agriculture. Disease detection, early warning kind of. So these all things are involved. These all things using these all things in agriculture will help them, the farmers. Okay, so this is how. As I said earlier, there is no requirement of there's no prerequisite for learning AI or ML. Just you need to be a bit enthusiastic about it. You should always have a question why and what and how. If you have these questions, so there's no reason to not join the course and not to learn AI or data science. As I said, AI, ML, and data science are not optional anymore. You need to learn the skill. At least you need to know how the application is working. Okay, so I hope my information has helped you all. So I wind up this webinar over here. Thank you, everyone.